Yo, back with another reaction, back with another video. You know what I'm saying? Y'all boys can see we got Raising Kanan season 4, episode 3, preview and clues. And this my boy Movie Bots. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check him out. It's either Movie Bot or with the next dude, I got a video coming for that too. So y'all see that in the next video. But when it comes down to my previews and like predictions and you know what I'm saying, like breaking it down, like breaking the show and stuff down, I like, you know what I'm saying, to come watch this dude. So we finna get into the video. Raising Kanan, you can find it on Hulu or Stars. You feel what I'm saying? 50 Cent is doing an amazing job, you know, what he doing with Power or whatnot. It do got 4 books, so you know what I'm saying, y'all go check them gents out. And yeah, we're finna get into it.
Forgot about me real fast.
Dude coming out the building today, his face was all scarred and scary.
That boy Neek.
Turning up the heat to something real uncomfortable.
Music always
Neek
been
is
your
back.
dream.
I only dream when I'm asleep.
Playing with fire, Neek. I am fire.
Burning everything down to the ground. That's unique.
And I ain't gonna lie, bro. Movie Bot, this dude is a genius when it comes down to like making up predictions and just a whole lot of stuff, bro. Like he just good at it. So we finna see what he got to say, and you know what I'm saying, I might give y'all what I think. You know what I'm saying, if I think of something or if I agree, disagree, you know, I'm just gonna y'all know how this go.
Nick's mindset going into these first few episodes of season 4.
And y'all think Nick
he
breathes
made a
though?
move with Andre, which was a huge move, taking Rock's lawyer off the chessboard. But he is gonna
Yeah, I
go
ain't
again.
gonna lie.
There's no
I ain't gonna lie, by him taking out the lawyer, Rock lawyer, I ain't gonna lie, that is gonna put Rock in a sticky situation because you gotta think about it. What's the nigga name? Kanan daddy, the police officer. Freak, I forgot the nigga name. But by Rock taking him out, she already don't have, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, she don't have nobody to tell her what's coming in and out of the police station or whatever, like what's going on, or if they name on the radar. Howard, that's the nigga name. Howard, she ain't got Howard to tell her when the police is digging in on them or closing in on them, like getting close and stuff. But the lawyer, he had insides and scoops, you dig what I'm saying? Like, he was able to find out different things and help Brock out, even though Howard, you know, since Howard was gone. So now that both of them are gone, I really feel like it's gonna be kind of sticky because like she ain't gonna know what's going on. Then Neek finna be hearing her business and stuff. So yeah.
no rest when it comes to Unique. So how does Rock react to Andre's death? How does she react to
I think Neek finna kill them too. Like Neek literally finna mess up the whole business, bro.
Richard and Sonny's death? And how would she react to Kwan's price increase of 20%? How does she try and level up and take his place as the Connect? I recently broke down how her empire could be on the verge of collapse, just when she thinks she's about to make the biggest deal she's ever made. I think it's gonna come all crashing down. History rhymes. We've seen it before in and around Ghost around the season 4 mark, where the walls really started to close in and where he felt really isolated. So is it that time for Rock? Especially when you factor in Unique, who will want to take her piece of the pie. So we are going to be running through a very quick preview of what to expect for All Things episode 403, which at the time of this recording, I always do my videos a day before, apart from episode breakdowns. At the time of this recording, they haven't dropped the exclusive.
I think early Tyler, I think Neek gonna turn on this nigga, bro. Neek gonna for sure turn on this nigga.
Images as of yet. If they do, I will still incorporate them into the breakdown because I am sure we're going to touch on all the key points. But let's start with the episode title and synopsis. Now, the title of episode 3 is Bygones, and the synopsis reads: as Rock and Marvin face the aftermath of Unique's violent clandestine comeback, Lou manages his new artist, Kanan gets through to Joyce Thomas, and Jukebox embraces her sexuality. Now, one of the first things I do think they have to start with, or give us the answers to, is the reaction to Andre's death. We need to see the reaction from law enforcement, as well as the Thomases. Will law enforcement dig deeper in terms of who could have been behind the attack, and will that put the Thomases back on their radar? I think we all know Rock is in big trouble in season 4. With no Detective Howard, no Andre Barnes.
Told ya.
She's gone and lost 2 major players who had connections within law enforcement.
She ain't got no
so we definitely need to
connections.
see the reaction to Andre's death. There's also her reaction to Marvin and his side hustle with Stefano.
Yeah.
Just before
At
Andre
the
was
time,
taken
she
off
don't
the
know about that
chessboard,
neither.
he mentioned both her and Marvin were seen visiting Stefano, and that was a surprise to Rock. She had no idea Marvin was doing a few side missions, because if she did, there was no
I
way she
wonder
would
is
let
Marvin
this
gonna
slide.
lie to her or not.
She's the type of person who
I
would
know-
actually tell it to
'Cause
Stefano.
I know she gonna end up asking Marvin. So I wonder is he gonna like lie or not. And like Marvin making too many mistakes though, bro. Like
To his face. Their little adventure stops here, but has the damage already been done? I personally think it has. I think the damage has already been done, and we are really going to see this backfire for both Marvin and for Rock. Marvin was Rock's glue in season 3. He was there through thick and thin, and rarely messed up. Apart from his little side friendship with Gerald, he really did become Mr. Dependable. But he has somewhat resorted back to his old ways, and I think we are going to start to see the consequences. More so because the person Marvin got rid of was one of Stefano's highest earners. So let's see
Yeah,
what
they
the
gonna cause a
consequences
lot
are,
of problems.
because there definitely will be, that's for sure. Now, with her war with Quan, I'm really interested to see which direction they take this one. We know normally what Rock wants, she normally gets, and if she has to play dirty to win, she definitely will.
and I don't think it's
But why
gonna
did
work
Quan
out
increase
in
his
Rock's favor this season though. I really feel like we finna see Rock them hit rock bottom like the whole season, bro. I feel like Unique finna just take over everything. Then her prices were corn, then went up. Like I really feel like Rock is really finna hit rock bottom. And I really feel like Major Dell's predictions, I don't know why. I feel like Marvin gonna end up either going to jail or he gonna fucking get killed, bro. Marvin, he a fan favorite too, but for some reason I just think Marvin gonna be the one to go.
prices by 20%. I asked this question in my last breakdown, and the answers I got definitely make sense. It probably stems from his gambling addiction. Going forward, I think the question is, will Rock really be able to take his position, and how will she do so? And there are a few problems that Rock is going to face. Quan isn't just easily going to give up his
I'm telling you,
position.
bro, as soon as she
definitely
finna
will
think
have a
that she
fight
finna
her
be on
hands, that's
top,
for sure.
something gonna
And
happen,
number
bro.
2, even if Rock were to get into a good position,
Yep.
where she could
It gonna
potentially
be
take his
over.
place, how will Unique's attack affect her operation, income, and reputation with Stefano and the other crime families? I really doubt they're going to want to be on board with someone whose empire's on the verge of collapse, because that's definitely Unique's aim. He wants to burn everything down to the ground. So Unique's next move will definitely be Richard and Sunny at the Chinese restaurant. We're going to see the Chinese restaurant being closed off, and this is going to have a lot of implications for Rock. Closing off the Chinese restaurants and losing Richard and Sunny means no product is flowing through one of her operations. Will law enforcement also find the product and start connecting the dots back to the Thomas organization? I think Unique's aim is
I
just
ain't
to
think about that. They are gonna end up going through that junk once they find them two people dead. I think Unique gonna kill them, and the police gonna end up like searching the whole
Yeah.
spot, and then they gonna. And I really feel like everything finna fall back on Rock, like dead ass.
much chaos around Rock and her empire. I don't think he even cares who he hits and how he hits them. He just wants to cause absolute chaos.
Yeah, he just wanna
But
be
this
a
really will have a
troublemaker.
huge impact, because just imagine knocking a house down brick by brick, but you're starting with those guys at the bottom, the bricks right at the beginning that set the foundation. Eventually the structure at the top will begin to crumble. That's what we're seeing at this moment in time, and that's another thing Rock is going to have to react to very quick. Now, in terms of Unique, how long will he remain a ghost for? We all know at some point he is going to get back into a business relationship with Phil Russo. I don't know if that's going to be in episode 3, but I am sure it is going to be sometime soon. That's when it's going to get even more fun, because by that point, he's going to start to build his own crew. However, first, we also need to see him go to Kanan's apartment, where I don't think he is going to meet Kanan just yet, but he's definitely going to have Crystal and OC spooked, that's for sure. I also wouldn't be surprised if this causes
Yeah,
a
OC gonna be the nigga that he pushed down, the little nigga.
bit of issues for Crystal and
And I
Kanan.
think he gonna be real disrespectful to Crystal. Honestly, that's probably why Kanan and Crystal don't work out. Because the lifestyle that Kanan live in, how Kanan didn't want to have a baby because of how him and Rock is, and I feel like that's gonna really be the downfall between Kanan and Crystal.
As well. Unique is someone who's going to scare a lot of people, and two that could end up being on his radar could be Crystal and OC. Now, just sticking with Kanan, we are also going to see him having another conversation with Joyce
Oh,
Thomas.
you're in there,
Based
I'm
on
on
the
camera.
synopsis, we're going to see him get through to Joyce in terms of having this conversation with Marvin, Rock,
need to
and
start
Lou,
getting more
and
sleep.
it definitely will be interesting. I'm not sure if we're going to see it in 403, but with the Thomases, there are a lot of secrets, a lot of backstory we still need to learn, and a lot of things that these guys need to get off their chest. So we're definitely going to get one step closer to, in my opinion, Joyce Thomas's death.
Yeah,
and
she's
learning
gonna be
more about
another
the
one that I think
Thomases.
died too.
Now with Jukebox, it's time to let go of her past and embrace her future. We know she's going to be embracing her sexuality in episode 403, which may be with a new love
Y'all
interest.
don't know, that's why she
And I
left
still
the
do
army
think
too.
we have to keep a very close eye on whoever this is. I do think she could be someone who triggers the ruthless jukebox. But with Duke, I'm also interested to learn if there's going to be any consequences to her leaving the army. I was reading a few comments and I have been doing a bit of reading myself. It does seem like it was quite common where people would just up and leave or go AWOL, although I'm not sure if there are going to be any consequences to her leaving basic training a bit later on, and whether that kind of answers questions in terms of why she became a cop. But definitely expect to see her throwing away her music gear, and it's now over to
That's
Jukebox's
crazy.
dark path. With Lou,
She
we're going to see him
done
get
with
back
music.
into the studio and kickstart this new working
And
relationship
like, I really
with
feel
B.
like Lou gonna be like how Ghost was. Like, once you in the game, you stuck. And you feel what I'm saying? Lou trying to leave the game and, you know what I'm saying, become like a legit, like something legit. Like how Ghost wanted the club or whatever, like he just wanted to be a legit businessman. I feel like Lou, by him trying to do the singing career or whatever, I feel like something major is gonna happen and he gonna get drugged back into the game. And I feel like, yeah, like I feel like once you win it, just like Ghost, like once you win it, ain't no leaving. So yeah, I feel like that's really gonna be the downfall of Lou when this Raising Kanan stuff all said and done. He gonna want a better life for him. Like he ain't gonna want to, you know what I'm saying, do what Rock got him doing. Cause like strapping like all the folks that he didn't kill, bro. Like he wasn't supposed to kill all these folks, bro. Rock got him doing all that, bro. His own sister.
Rilla. However, I mentioned this before, especially when we broke down Lou's character arc. I don't think B-Rilla is going to be so easy to manage. He's said to be volatile and raw, and I think as time goes on, Lou's probably going to find it really difficult to keep B-Rilla on the right path. We also discussed the shady businessmen in suits and ties. We've seen it before in Power when Ghost had to deal with
I
Simon
do think
Stern,
B-Rilla gonna
and
be a
the other
little cocky and
alternative
stuff,
I can
though.
definitely see is Lou and B-Rilla being on the end
Like,
of
I
a
don't think
deal
it's
which
just gonna work
completely
out
robs them
long
of
term.
all their hard work. So that's definitely one to keep an eye on. Men in suits and ties are sometimes worse than the criminals in the streets. Now elsewhere in episode 403, I wonder if we're going to get any more answers in terms of what's
That
happening
nigga
with
been gone,
Famous.
bro, for a
I
little
think we're going to
minute.
have to be very patient with this one. I do think we will get the answers eventually. I do wonder if they could drop a little hint or two like they did with the conversation with Marvin and Lou. Marvin said the word on the street was he was talking and then got to running. I went through a theory which was raised by one of the regulars in the comment section, Mad Chicken, in terms of how his death may even be shown in a flashback. So let's see if there are any more hints and
What if
teasers
Marvin
in
clipped
terms
him in
of
the
what's
flashback?
happening with Fame. Will Kanan mention
Cause in the
anything?
trailer,
Just
damn, I should have read to the trailer and y'all could have saw it. In the trailer, it did look like Marvin was the one holding a gun to Famous head. Oh, that
Tika
would
was
be
back for a
interesting.
short period, although we don't know if she's going to return. Could Jukebox question where's Famous now that
That
she's
would
back
be
in
interesting,
Queens?
chat.
So just another observation, something I do think we do have to keep in the back of our minds because it will eventually come back around. But that's where we are for all things episode 403. They're definitely building up patiently
Yeah.
and telling a
Yeah, bro, that's really it for this video. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go sort the movie back. I feel like he is one of the top 3 joints, like channels, when it come down to like breaking down the whole Power universe, any Power videos and stuff like that. He's like one of the top 3 channels on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go check him out. He get into detail about it. Most of his predictions and stuff be right. And yeah, bro, make sure y'all like, comment, sub up. Yeah, on to the next, bro.